I fucking hit the button and forgot I was on the second I did that. Anyway, cool. Using my keyboard. Alright. Y'all read the title. Y'all know what's up. A couple of things I want to get out of the way before we start the build. Happy New Year! Woo! Originally I did plan on doing this like New Year's Eve or something, but the timing didn't really work. I wanted to do some stuff with my family, so you know, that's how it is. So this is actually a MODEROID kit, which we haven't built before, not that I can recall. The MODEROID line is of course an extension of a Good Smile company, which they do make a lot of sick products and stuff. They're mostly known for, I think, the MODEROID line, which is kind of like a Funko Pop, but with like more effect parts and like more posable. Hey, Carms! I missed your stream earlier today, but I'm gonna try and catch it later. I didn't see it when I clicked the extension, but you know, I saw that you streamed earlier today, so try and catch that later. Anyways, so back to the kit. The MODEROID line is like, it is trying to emulate the Kotobukiya Bandai style. Unfortunately, from peeking the manual during pre-assembly, I did see that there are a couple parts that, you know, require, or thought to require glue and stuff, so maybe we'll have to glue a few things together just to complete the build. Hopefully nothing too strenuous or whatever. The box design is interesting. Normally they put the box over and then you pull this out of the bottom, but it's like an actual box, so I just want to show that off a little bit. It's the same on both sides, and then the back is different, and then the end and end here. So I didn't see that. So the end here, let me fix the camera. So the end here, that's not fitting in the frame. End here is different. Normally you just get the one crisp image on both sides, but it's different here. So I don't know if I'm gonna probably cut this box or not, because I can't really store it with the box cut. Not sure how I'm gonna rectify that. Yeah, you have cool, like, some of the iconic poses and stuff. I'm just gonna lift this up. You have some of like the iconic poses and stuff from the kit. Anyways, this kit is also very special to me because I don't know. I think I had a feeling that the first Pat Labor kit we made, the Ingram, it was a much older looking kit, despite the initial release date that I thought it was, which ended up being wrong. I don't know why they had that on the Hobbylink Japan website. I thought it was a 2013 release, but it was like 1980 something. So obviously the quality wasn't there. This is a bit more modern. I think it was either 2019 or 2021? Something like that. I don't know, like the license for Pat Labor stuff suddenly it's up in the air and everybody's making their own Pat Labor kit. I kind of wanted to take a look at the Aoshima stuff, but they didn't really have any designs that I wanted to look at. Nothing new or whatever. So Peacemaker is obviously a design I very much enjoy. It's actually interesting in the lore of the show and in the first original movie. It's actually, technically it's the Zero and the Peacemaker. The Zero was like the villain of the first movie. And then in the anime show, the Peacemaker is the successor to the Ingram, making it the third generation police use mecha, which is always fun to say. So yeah, I'm sure I've talked a lot about Pat Labor during the first video. It was so long ago I don't remember it. I don't really have a whole lot to say, although I'll probably think of some stuff. So without really much else in the way, I want to start the build now and get it over with soon because I have a lot of free time on my hands, but I'm going to use that free time to build other kits and stuff that are coming up. I just released Model Kit Wave 7. There are like 16 or something kits in there that I want to get done quick so that we're not spending like a whole year on that one box. And yeah, let's get into it. Carms, how's your New Year's? If you're still here. I might go stream later after work. Let me see. Okay. Let me go through the rest of your comments. My mistake. What's vlog video? You doing vlogs now? Sup, good vlogs. No, there's no vlog video by my mistake. Oh, you must have deleted it. Is that what you're trying to say? Okay. Oh, I should also mention, even though I'm done with the pre-stream recording part, there are a lot of cool clear pieces in here. I did paint a few things, kind of like I did with the first kit, but I didn't paint too much because I ran out of time when I was pre-assembling. So let's get that manual out there first. I guess I'm a little scatterbrained today because the manual should be the first thing to go out. Let's see here. That's the last or so page. Extra hands and stuff in here. Should probably be in this bag. Yep. Here are some omitted parts as per usual. Here's the first page. So the first thing they want me to do is build the head. I think I'll ignore that and build the legs first. I like building the legs first. You get to put everything attached to the legs once you're done. Arms. These are the arms. Hopefully we'll have time later so I can try and pull out the old Ingram. I'm pretty sure I left that near the top, but you know, it'll probably take forever to find regardless. That's the end of the arms. So we're going to start on 35. That's the legs. There's the head. I think I already must have pre-assembled the head already, just because nothing special when it comes to building a mecha head. You know, we've done it so many times. These seem to be the legs, so let's empty the whole thing out. I was going for a different setup here, like I wanted to have more things on this side. I don't know. Because I have so much room here, and I did just move the camera. I need to readjust it, actually. You can tell he planned this video in advance because nothing's currently being fucking edited on the fly. Okay. I don't know what it is today, but the camera's really leaning to the side. Or sorry, to stand. That's not too rough of an angle, and we're visible up to here. Good. Already that internal timer's telling me to speed the fuck up. Not a good start. Okay, we have the base of the foot. It's probably going to be like a ankle. Another. I will say the quality of the bags that came in this one, though, they're a weird quality. They kind of had like a dust mesh on them. Not sure if that was supposed to be protective or something, but I did not like it when I first opened it. Not a huge negative, but just like something weird. So there should be a hole. Is there no hole here? So it's supposed to go just above the hole. And then this clips over it. Okay. So far, so good. Oh, we're supposed to attach something before doing that. That's probably this joint here. So that'll give us a nice forward pivot. As well as being stable. Cool. I think there seems to be a natural curve here. Or am I mistaken? Nope. Just a proper forward-facing foot. Second one over here. Okay, bye Kerms. You take care. Happy New Year. Okay, B. 18. Maybe this will come up in a bit. There we go. So this is going to go over here. Nice. Okay, so not as much pivot as I thought, because that's going to, this white piece is going to block a significant amount of it. So here's the brick from before, and then this is going to go on top for a nice, what do you call it? The back of the leg, the heel? Heel turn? RKO out of nowhere, what the ledge? And then he's got the steel chair. So this is going to lock it in place. Interesting. So this locks into this moving piece. It's gonna. That's cool. So it kind of like jumps from the back, sort of like a runner. You kick off. Okay. Oh, I misread. That's the last half of the legs. That's fine. I would prefer to do the toes first. Arms, arms, arms. Arms, arms. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that was the last step. It was the first thing we did. Hooray. The arms end on step 17 or 18. What is it? 18, 20, 22. Okay, so 23. That's where we're supposed to start. With whichever leg this is. Let's see. Depending on which leg we're building. Doing that. Alternate arms. Is that an arm piece or is that for both legs? This is for both legs. And then, so yeah, instead of having, what do you call it? We had the rubberized plastic on the original build. So that way we can get the, whatchamacallit? Shock resistant padding. Yeah, shock resistant stuff. For the original kit, that was like actual like rubber hose, I guess, pieces. Or in this one, it's just like modeled to look like that, which is kind of a negative, but it does get rid of a lot of weird posing issues we had with the original kit, where like we'd put it in a pose, but then the rubber would like flick it back into position because it was already molded and stuff. I don't think I'm doing this right already. It's still the arm. Okay. This white piece. So this fin is added in after. It's like its own separate piece. Which one? I don't know why they would do that. And then it needs to hit this, sort of in the middle top. Let's see if it's formed correctly. Okay. There's a big hole here, and then there's a tiny hole on the other side. So I'm using it this way, or maybe I'm using the wrong leg piece. That's probably what it is. Left leg, right leg going on here. Right leg. I think that's what the R is for. This is supposed to go bottom middle. Like that. Okay. Should it be facing this way? Okay. Is that right? Kind of, except it's not supposed to be. It looks like it's a lot lower in the manual, but it's supposed to be about this high up, I guess. It's not fitting correctly. Let's try this one. Okay, there you go. Cool looking. Very cool looking already. Where is the other one? There it is. So this is already the middle half of the leg. What else we got? These nice big pieces. It looks like a lot darker in the manual. I'm not sure if it's because of like all the reused parts for this one, because it seems like we're reusing a lot of parts from the what's called the MODEROID's version of the Ingram, which I obviously didn't look at. Because why look at that when we already had the original P-Band high grade release? Which, if I remember correctly, these are in the same scale, despite being made by two different companies. Not that like the scale is like an exclusive right type of thing for most kits. Just a cool thing to do. And the Aoshima kits are in 1/48th scale. They're basically master grades. They have a lot of cool looking cockpit stuff, which is why I was interested in getting one in the first place. I don't think I am going to though, just because the collection is already so huge. I mentioned earlier that the video I released has like 16 or something kits in it. I think that's like not the most accurate number. But you know, we have close to 16 kits. I'm not sure if this is supposed to move or articulate. I'll take a look at it later, see if it's wrong or not. Right now we are supposed to put this like this. And I guess the feeds into the middle part here. It's funny because that leaves this hole exposed. Maybe further up to here. What are we going for? Yep, so bottom meets the bottom. Not this one. This one's been assembled here. So I don't see the two sides pointing out. There is a raised piece here, so it goes in like this. Okay. That meets this whole little hole here. What direction is it supposed to fold into? Not the same direction as the leg, is it? So if this is forward, this is supposed to curve like that. So that's correctly facing. At least it appears to be. And then this, pop it on like that. Should be like this. So yeah, I think this is fine. That gives us a side-to-side pivot, I guess. Seal this up. Hopefully it's not wrong. Hole here. Now we have to put something above it before we seal it up. 24. Oh, I missed this. Well, I already did it though. No, I missed it. M10. What are we looking at here? Raised release. What's he then facing this way? Should it be fully extended or not? I'm not sure. Oh. I had it facing the wrong direction. Yeah. It's an interesting little connection here. Need to. Normally it would just be two pieces you put together and over it instead of a single piece. So this is actually going to hover in the middle of the leg. Interesting. There's a little bit of movement. Probably not supposed to move much at all. And then this goes in the middle here. This is supposed to go on before. With the 1-2s. So, like this. Oh, cool. We have movement all of a sudden. Hold on here. So now I'm thinking this is wrong. Should be the back of the leg. This isn't supposed to move, but this can move. I wanted it to move. What does it say? This is the front. So this should be also facing the front. So if it doesn't go in like that, just go in like this. So that was the wrong one we were working with earlier. At least in terms of leg direction. So this is wrong too, right? Because this needs to feed in and be backwards. So yeah, everything here is wrong. As far as I can tell. Supposed to be. Maybe I'm wrong again. Oh, that looks better. This is supposed to hit this, block it in place. Okay. Nope, everything just feels wrong. Oh, okay. This is easier to put on now. It's upside down actually. But it fits in. Smoothly. Huh. Maybe not wrong. Forgot this supposed to be first again. So 1 and 2. I guess this is clashing. So that, no, it would be this one. So that's wrong. How did everything be right except for that? See, this is what you get when you, like I mentioned in the last video, I need to start separating my left and right pieces because you can see that we're wasting a lot of time on not knowing which is the left side and which is the right side, which wasn't much of a problem before, but now it's starting to crop up all over all my builds, and it sucks. It really does. I'll do this. Okay, lock you in place. Maybe just that. That's all I need to fix. Nope, it's not hitting the hole. Does that mean it's wrong? 1, 2. That's supposed to be a clearing. Okay. Assuming the manual was to scale, there should be way more room between the front and the back. So this can actually be like this, I suppose. There's more space in between. Okay. Right side. So the manual's trying to show me the right leg. So doing at least that much will help us. This is actually supposed to be inward, okay. So this is not the same. It wants this one, or something like this one, facing inward. So I can take this one, and just flip it, and that seems to not be right either. Oh, that's good. So you should face this way. And is in this one, so it should be this leg. Okay. Fits perfectly. Ooh, even better than before. Okay, yeah. So that was clearly something wrong in between those middle steps. That just fits so much better. And then this has to, I keep doing this first, I don't know. This can just go in like that. Assuming there's no left leg, right leg fitting. That looks perfect. There's actually close to the gap. And then this can go whichever way. Because these aren't as finicky as the rest of the leg. Okay, that took a while, but you should be able to proceed with the other leg. A little bit of a gap here. It seems like an unnecessary piece and unnecessary amount of gap, but that is part of the design. And then fit over like this. And then it plugs in here. Cool. Plug that into a foot. Okay, it makes more sense now. So there's more room for the forward pivot. Let's get that in there. There you go. Yep, there's a pull out and swing gimmick, side to side. That's really good side to side. This is a bit more finicky then. It's like a full 45-degree slant to the either side. That's not bad. Let's get that second leg done. Hopefully it's just as easy. Now that we know what we're doing a bit more. Nope. Not so much. Drop. Oh, all the way down there, huh? Practically in the laundry room. Cool. I dropped an empty box. That's not how it's supposed to go anyway. miss a piece in the back? I did. Before I seal this up. Which I already did. Maybe I can just put it in. No, I cannot. This vented piece should go here. It fits in rather nice. Is it curved though? It's slightly curved. Put it in the other one. It's kind of cool. Huh? This is blocking it. A lot. Not even in the right section there. It's gonna have to go this way. It's gonna have to. Okay, yeah, it fits much better that way. So it's not inverted when you do it with the other leg. It's just a weird flip-flop thing. Okay. Shit. That all comes together feeling pretty nice and tight then. See here. Good. Alright, that's 2 legs. 2 legs and 15 minutes each. Roughly. Okay. The legs, and then the accessories parts, so we'll skip that. And go to the torso. Might as well pull this out now. So we have the torso. The head here has already been done. It's just like, I think the major glue part that I spoke about earlier, it's just like they wanted you to glue these into place. These little antennae. So they wanted you to glue these antennae in place, but they seem to hold pretty well without the glue, in my opinion. So otherwise, I don't think we really need to glue anything. And there's really nothing else to glue. Alright. My garbage, no. Garbage, I have a box in there. Just throw it in there. You get it here. Back of the neck. We already did did everything from step 1 to 3. I already did that. Torso. Chest plating. Already had that joint assembled. It's just like, it's just like putting these 3 pieces together and then sealing it with this one. The first one I grabbed. This one. Doesn't seem too complicated. So this goes here, this goes there. It's like neck chest kind of connection, I think. And then this has already been, I think. No, this is 2 pieces. Oh yeah, they actually colored the police badge star for this one. I had to color my own for the Bandai kit. But of course, you know, you can just consider that being the age difference of the kits, not so much quality thing, because that kit is like multiple decades older than this one. Before Bandai, I don't think before, but you know, Bandai was a lot cheaper, and they keep flip-flopping between their old ways and the new ways. So these 2 I already had inserted here. I just need to attach this. That's part of finishing step 4. This is supposed to be downward facing, okay? This is probably where this is obviously where the arms are going to connect to. So pretty good motion. It's going to be hindered by more armor, which we are putting on. Base is already there. We need this. Okay, so not the headpiece, unless we flip this. Unless we flip this upside down, the head's probably not going to be connected to this, like I thought. It's not in properly. Shouldn't be a big deal. Yep. Put that in like that. See, now it's a big deal. It's not letting me close it all the way. There you go. Still facing forward. And part 5. What is that? Oh, that's this. From a different angle. Looks like an engine block, that's why. So this plugs into here. I forgot the camera was on. Totally forgot the camera was there, which is funny because earlier today I'm turning on my computer and it's like, the driver for something isn't working. I'm like, okay, whatever. Then I spend like 10 minutes trying to fix the camera because the camera's not working, only to figure out that the driver for the camera's not working. I have to like turn off a freaking turn off a blocker in my security settings so I can make the camera work. Why is security blocking my camera? I'm not trying to access a public building or anything. Yeah, apparently the drivers are like drivers for this are obsolete or something. Even though there was no update driver to fix that. It's weird and stupid. So naturally, after delaying the stream by almost an hour trying to fix that, I end up forgetting it halfway through the video recording. That the camera even exists. Okay, this is interesting. I feel like with Bandai you would get a lot more pieces, but this is just like very minimalist in terms of how does it work? How are we going to make this thing come together? Am I upside down? No. Okay. There's this piece here. I don't know how do I put this on with this in the way? I'm supposed to start from further up. Because this, hold on. These 2 pieces here lock into these 2, but then I have this in the way. It would work better if it was backwards. I think, because then they would slide into each other. Like this. Oh, okay. I was aiming too far forward, maybe. Or it's backwards. If I did this, also this piece here. It just feels better. This moved. So I can do this. Yeah, and then it lines up with the back. I guess I missed the step where it told me to insert it this way and then flip it. Yeah, oh, there it is, yeah. So in 4 it says put it in this way, then in 5 it says flip it flat. I don't know why it didn't just tell me to insert it flat to begin with. That's stupid. And then, then we're on step 6. Insert that once it's thing, insert the back pieces first, okay? So this goes over this. We're missing a few color apps. It's to be expected with lower range model kits. Although I guess, because this is an entirely different company, a good small company, I guess you can complain a little bit, but you know, Bandit is the same thing. I think these are incorrectly, I don't know. These little back vents, which could use some color, probably orange or silver, or gunmetal tint. So I can move this, I think I should move this, in order to get these, oh, okay. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. Where am I putting these? In the back, yeah. But there are holes. Oh, here we go. I had it upside down. Nice. So I guess this is the torso, so it should be in the middle, not all the way at the back. Interesting. It can't even go all the way. That kind of sucks. That means I don't have like a good matrix back. And this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep. Something missing from here. Or it's supposed to be this way. So I have battery power's low. Okay, cool. I had it running unplugged for like an hour or so. Really love the battery life and the battery modes on this thing, but every time I turn it on, it disconnects. It's like every time I plug the computer in, it like does a small little restart. You'll probably get used to that. Still says it's connected even though it disconnected. Oh, it reconnected. Interesting. One, two, three. Oh. Hit the button, didn't I? No photos. And it's like nothing happened and very little progress has been made. Wait, what? I mean, we're almost done and we're pretty much under an hour, which is impressive. I actually had a lot of stuff I wanted to do today, so I might continue streaming or do something else after. So we've got the star, we've got this opening hatch here, which I'm not sure what that's for. And then the other opening hatch over here, which I think I omitted a piece, or is a piece missing? Oh, it's open all the way. It flipped up all the way, so I can't tell. It's funny. I gotta say, these hatches are actually pretty easy to reach. I don't know when it's all connected how hard that's gonna be to get at. Because it doesn't have like a little tab like most model kit parts would. Give you a tab to reach and open. You know what? This is still backwards. I just realized. This is super backwards. So maybe if I rotate it like that, put it on like this. Go back to the torso build. So there's a raised. Oh, I put these in upside down. I see. No, that was before we started today, so it kind of makes sense that I did it wrong off stream. So this should go this way. Oh, it's kind of wrong still, isn't it? Yep. This isn't well shown in the video here. Strange. And this. So it still goes on like this, and so on and so forth. Okay. Okay, another mistake. Yep. So it's upside down and flipped. That's the problem. Cool. There's the resting on top. Okay. Then insert this chest piece in. Oh, it should be like a up down. Okay, just says to put it in straight, so no up down or anything, just straight. I don't know why I thought I had to put it in from the bottom to the top. There we go. Nice. A little seam here because of the nub mark. And another nub mark there. So we can quickly fix that. It's about that much better. I can certainly tell the difference. Maybe you can't. It's not getting showed to you again. Okay. So this should actually line up with this front piece here. This gives it a pretty wide back, but it's a really rough angle. Oh my god, so, yeah, that third Pat Labor movie that I finally decided to watch before doing this build like a week or so ago. I don't know, man. I was expecting a lot more going into it, just because of like the way the title font is. I thought it would be some kind of like World War III super high action apocalypse thing. But no, it's just a little side piece story taking place at like, I don't know, sometime during the anime, if you wanted to try and date it. Like, like it was a good story, but it wasn't what I was expecting. And like, I think section 2 had like the least to do with this that they've ever had to do with in any story. It's just kind of bizarre that they would make this the third movie and it would ultimately be the last movie they did. But yeah, I mean, the actual concepts and stuff they dealt with in the events of the movie were interesting, but like, the fact that it had so little, it had nothing to do with the main characters, and I had like a expectation that was kind of, I guess it's really unfounded, but you know, I still had an expectation that was not met, and it's a little underwhelming. I would probably, I don't know, recommend even skipping the third movie. Like, it's cool stuff, but like, you know, if you watch this and you don't have any expectations going in, like I'm trying to get across, like it's a good movie. It's just not like, I don't think it's better than the first and second, I don't think it's better than most of what they went through in the anime. It is kind of like a tacked on story about like I guess technically a new character who's like a supporting, a new like a main character supporting a side character from the show and the anime. So it's like, who's this new guy? Oh, I know that guy. He's a C character. You get like a new guy supporting a C character doing. It's an interesting storyline with like a lot of sci-fi stuff going on there, but not what I was expecting, not what I went in for thinking. I would still recommend the entire franchise, everything else I've seen so far. I haven't seen the that new anime they did, the Next Generation or whatever, or the live action movie. I probably will still watch those because I still love the series. Just that third movie left a sour taste. Okay. Now we have the arms and the groin. I wonder, I'm thinking some of these pieces here I still need to cut off. Because there are a lot more leftovers than I remember there being. Let's check again. 1, 2, 3, 4. An entire runner. Those are the clear pieces here. They're in there somewhere. I can't see them because they're clear. What looks like another badge and an alternate chest piece or back piece. So yeah, we'll probably need to cut out a few things. Dun dun dun. Yeah. If the third movie was the first movie, I would have a better opinion on it. Because but it completely goes back to when I don't know if I could spoil the second movie, just like not even like the main plot, just like I'll spoil it a little bit. So the second movie has like a multiple year time skip. I think it's like 10 years or something past where the series left off. The anime, not the first movie's like in between the anime, I guess. I don't know, it's like I'm sure if I did a wiki dev I could find out where all this stuff is supposed to take place, but I just headcanon it because it's not that big of a deal. So like where the second movie would take place would be like maybe 10 or so years after where the anime left off, the original anime, and then they had an extra 13 episodes tacked onto it that weren't part of the OVA, which I think is like a 7-episode OVA. So that ends with I forget how it ends. I think they don't get retired, but they just kind of have like a moving on assignment kind of thing. And so in the second movie, there's this huge time skip. Ota has becomes an instructor to the Next Generation. Noah and Asuma are like R&D back at Shinohara, so they don't really do a lot of cop stuff anymore. Noah's like become a test pilot or something. And so yeah, they've all basically kind of retired or moved on from actually being part of Special Vehicles Section 2. But the captain is still the captain. So the second movie just has like the second movie actually kind of mimics, or maybe because it came after, there was the 7-episode or 13-episode OVA series. The last 2 episodes of that are very much the plot of the second movie. Not sure which one came first, but And that second movie is very action-packed once it gets to the action, because Pat Labor, I'm sure I've talked about it before, it's more like a slice of life anime than it is like a huge mecha fighting anime. Like it's very like sort of like feeling of the month. I wouldn't even say like character of the month, like feeling of the month. Like this episode's about this guy's depression. How can we help him? How can we not help him? Or we gotta go down to the sewers because it looks like alligators are eating all the tomatoes in the farm. Just like a bunch of funny stuff. There are very serious episodes and a lot of sick action scenes, but if you were to rate it or talk about it as a whole, it's very much like slice of life, sort of blue collar stuff. Not like a police drama. Or I guess sort of like a police drama. In the sense that the action scenes are sort of built up over a long period of time. but they don't even do action all the time. Like there's, if I were to say like it's a 50 episode series or something, like maybe less than 30, maybe like 20, 22 or something episodes feature actual like huge battles or even them using the pad labors, which is a good thing because it makes more sense then, and you get to spend more time developing your characters and sort of building up to threats that are worthy of deployment, because it's played very realistically. Like Section 2 is like the worst because they get the most engagements and the most collateral damage reports filed against them. It's I'm sure I've likened it before to like, it's basically like Police Academy with mecha, if you could believe that, is the entire premise of the show. Like Ota, who I mentioned earlier, he's very much the Tackleberry of the show. He's shoot first, ask questions later. Even if you end up missing, just don't mention it. It's fun, and I like it for that. Yeah. And hopefully that interests you, because I would very much recommend it. Especially if you're like tired of all that high octane mecha action stuff. Which, you know, it's nice to have variety and go betweens. I think the importance of the mecha is very well stated in the fact that it's special vehicles section 2, instead of like, I don't know, the mecha core or something. Like they consider labors and the pat labors to just be like squad cars of a higher caliber, like a squad car on legs, basically. I'm sure if you've seen the first video I did of this, all the way back in like, what was it, like March or whatever, like the intro to that, the speed build intro part, where it's like the intro of the series, like it's just like industrialized. It's basically a forklift on legs, and then you have the police version of that. Like it's no big deal, just to, you know, make a robot. Police are using it to quell crime. I'm not getting this at all here. H5 and H6. I think I'm using the wrong part entirely too. Maybe I'm mixing up my 5 and 6s. Okay. Oh yeah, that looks a bit nicer. I think it says I'm supposed to put one on top of the other, maybe. One. Nothing wrong with maybe. Okay. Expecting a bit of a snap sound or something, but it just kind of holds it in place. And then I think these two I put together. It looks like two pieces put together here. There's a hole here. A catch here, but it looks like it wants to go even lower. One and two. Three and four. Oh, not in the hole underneath it. Oh, okay. So there's a slit here. Down. I don't know what this wheel-looking piece in the middle is. So probably not that far. Yeah, not that far down. I'm mistaken. There you go. Little hanging off piece there. Little cog for your duty. Okay. We still have the leg connecting pieces. I must have skipped that. And then L9. El Nino. Don't recognize it here. Oh, it goes in the back. Okay. Yeah, we saw the ears come off, but I was applying a lot of pressure, so, you know, nothing too hard about that. Oops. There you go. All the blue visor kicked in. And the other thing fell off. Where did that one go? That one's right there. I think the other one bounced so hard that it went from there to under here. That's what it sounds like at least. Okay, where's the face piece? Did that come off with it? It seems to have. So then what dropped was the faceplate. Ah, crap. Oh, there it is. It's weird that it bounced so far. It's literally underneath here, straight down. Crazy. Probably went all the way over there. And then bounced like 2.5 feet. Or something. Boop. So yeah, I don't know if you want to glue that in place, maybe. Don't think that's anything too serious, but you can always glue that in place. You got a torso and a head. Can we get this out here to balance it? Nope. J. And then KI. Put that KI. Sure, I would have left it on the runner because that seems too small. I. F. F. These are extra, if I remember correctly. G. Oh, I did paint the baton. But I forgot to paint the baton. Oh. Okay, I'll straighten that over here. A lot more hands than I remember there being. Okay. Okay, that's there. And then where's the other arm? Wheel. Okay, so I have the K pieces inside already. So obviously these two don't go together. Or assumedly they don't go together. Then J goes in the upper corner here. Facing, we want the wheel to face a certain direction, don't we? Probably like that. And then you seal it. How does this want to go? Okay, it needs to be up here. So we can connect a rail to connect the shoulders to. And then where is that rail? Piece. Oh no, it's these black. Now before I close that, if it's this way, it should be the other way. That feels a little wrong. Oh, looks better now. Cool. It's a nice little rest. I don't know, this is feeling rather beginner friendly for my first, I don't think my only MODEROID kit from Good Small Company. It's already had all this pre-assembled. You can choose between like this red piece or a clear color piece, and then paint it your own color. Probably you want to paint it blue, so that it has the police siren effect, but you know, I don't have any clear color paints, so I could do like a solid, like a sort of liquid blue if I wanted to, but you know, I'll either wait for like when I can find clear color paints, or just whatever, have two red shoulder pieces. Who cares? And then this goes over here. Cool. I gotta say, it's doing the thing I usually complain about with the part separation. Like, the amount of pieces we do get, they feel like very well separated for you know, their color and contrast and stuff. You know, like if this was Bandai, we'd be getting like stickers for all the colors, all the alternate colors here. Or I don't know, maybe modern day Bandai would do it the exact same way. Who knows if Bandai's ever gonna do Pat Labor kits again? Probably not, since everyone else is doing it, or has done it. I think it was in December that the movie 2 version Pat Labors with the body armor came out, and then MODEROID also did the Valiant, I think it was called, the Pat Labor, which is like, because this one never made it into a movie, I think the Valiant would be like the 4th generation Pat Labor, but like we didn't get to see it do shit in the second movie. So yeah. Also, because we didn't get to see it do anything in the movie, I had to I talked to a customer service at Good Small Company. I'm like, hey, where does this thing store its gun? It doesn't mention storage. There are no photos of storage. This thing cannot store its own weapon. I'm like, oh, cool. One of the coolest parts of the franchise is the Pat Labors hiding the guns inside their legs, or the Peacemaker has it in its chest, as you see with the photo here. And that one can't do any of that shit at all. Despite the fact that the Valiant has a very similar looking chest piece, I'd be like, you'd probably think you could buy this one and that one and maybe swap the chest pieces out, so it does have a compartment to hold its gun. But, you know, you'd have to buy both for that. And that's really silly that that thing doesn't have a gun compartment. But considering it did nothing in the movie, you know, well, what are you gonna do? Make up your own thing? You'd think there'd at least be like a wiki lore entry or something. You just copy that and be like, yeah, I can hold, it does have a gun storage. You just never saw it in the movie. That would be a much better alternative to that. So sorry if you bought that and you're like, oh cool, I can put my gun in a box. There's your gun storage. Throw it in the box. The Valiant, I do, because I asked, I was considering buying that one because it is an actually better design than this one, but without the, not that much better, but like just a few points better in my opinion than this design. So I was obviously gonna buy it, but you know, because of that, I decided not to. And then I finalized my order for this and got the rest of the stuff. You know, all of the non-Gundams that we got from USA Gundam Store. Yeah. You can kind of see it. Oh, there it is. I was looking somewhere else when I pulled the knife out. Just gotta be a bit careful with that. Don't want to go in too deep. Yeah, a little deep, but not too much. It'll look good when you sand it out a little. I'm glad I pre-assembled this because I feel like I'm looking at gibberish right now. Although I gotta build the second one. That's gonna be a bit difficult. How does this go again? These are extra. What are we doing here? There is, okay, this, which goes into this. I like this. I'm gonna start doing a bit more of like assemble one and then pre-assemble one and then assemble the other one on stream kind of stuff. You can tell where I was mentally when I pre-prepped this one however many months ago. I do try and on stream build these in the order I pre-assemble them. So whenever I come up with new ideas, you can see that I've implemented them, even though they'd end up being like multiple kits are like realistically months away from each other. I still haven't implemented the whole left foot, right foot kind of thing, like labeling them as left and right and putting them in separate bags. Have not implemented that yet, but I will with the current batch I'm working on, which you're not going to see for multiple months, unfortunately. I've built that far ahead. I have, how far ahead have I built so far? I've built up to the Cherubim Gundam. I think that's where I'm at. Which, I don't know, that might not mean anything depending on if anyone votes on my last video, and then we'll change the order of building. But I think it's like maybe 4 or 5 kits into the next box that I've built ahead of, to give you a more accurate number considering the voting system. So, yeah. Did I put this in there wrong? We'll find out in a second here. Yeah, I would say that's the wrong way. It's sticking out. There you go. It's supposed to be the shield arm. Maybe that's why it's coming out so much. Like 2 of these. Oh, this is for the baton. Oh, okay. That's cool, actually. Let's leave that out. So baton is supposed to come out of here. I'm not sure if that's the one I painted or the alternate one. Ooh, wait a second. Did that just happen, or am I imagining it? Yeah, I thought it moved for a second. That'd be cool to customize, like just cut that out. Actually, no, that would be a tough thing to customize. But it would be cooler if this was like a movable piece. So this should actually be facing this way. No? Yeah, wrong again. So this is technically an alternate arm. We should have pieces to build another proper arm here. There we go. And then, there we are. So let's build the other arm properly. Picture, wrong pieces. It is nice having alternate pieces for effects, like an entirely separate arm for achieving the baton grabbing effects. We do have a lot of pre-molded hands. I probably should have shown earlier, but I forgot that there were so many. Yeah, I'll get to that at the end. You know, it's nice to have, but it's no big deal in my opinion, at least. Just do that really quickly, even though the knife's right over there. It's faster. Smaller too. I could probably do damage with the knife if I tried to cut that, to be honest. You always want to cut like flat and straight, but you know, sometimes pieces are on an angle, and then you end up cutting too deep, and you leave like a, not like a gash, but like a dive or a divide. If you cut far down enough, it doesn't look good. Especially if you try to paint over it, it does not look nice. There you go. So this is a proper arm. Shit, did I do the thing? I think I did. Cool. I missed putting on the piece on this. Where does that come from? J. We do have a J, but it's J4, so that's gone here. I. It looks kind of wrong. No, that's not it. I guess we only have one for the two arms, which is, I suppose that's fair. Okay, so there's the left arm. So the right arm. Okay, that's the wrong side because this is the shield. And then there's the normal arm. So I'll take this. As it should be. Ooh. Nice. There's no bend here, but the bend here is like, you get all 95 degrees right here. That's sick. You never get that much bend in a single spot. You kind of have to for this kit. So yeah, that's sick. missing something here. We better be. That's some bullshit right there. There's no Excuse me? Right. Right. What? No. That can't. I don't think it matters if. I put the wrong wheels in the top. Ah, that's so funny. So these are the legs, the wheels for the legs. I did not know. How could I have possibly known that? Those were different. Other than doing this side by side. Ah, yeah, that sucks. Okay. So it's not too much of a setback. Just go here. Right, that can't come off unless this is off, so what do we remove? Let's just go inch by inch with a new solution. Yeah, this is gonna take like 5 or 7 minutes. Somewhat unfortunate. It's a lot harder to do than I thought it would be. Okay. So instead of doing that, let's just do this. Nope, I still need to do that. I'm not supposed to actually wiggle this around, but you know. I have to like actually use my teeth for this. Poof. At least we did this before we did the legs. Could you imagine that? Then we have to disassemble like everything all over again. So this is okay. There's a difference, and you can actually tell, but like I wouldn't have known what the difference was. And that's the same as this. So these two. Where's the one then? Oh, that's close. Wait a second. Yeah, so that means I have the right one in the other arm. I thought I did both arms. On the peg. Okay, that's fine. So this one was done right with the right wheel thing. Well, now that that's been solved. Onward to algebra. I don't know, is algebra really the toughest kind of math, or is it just like the go-to? Because it involves like shapes and shit. I fucking just realized in mid-sentence I forgot what algebra even is. That must be why it's so hard. That's why. Boop. 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 You never get as much as you want, but considering how this is police use, and in the world of pat labor, like flying labors are like, they don't exist. They don't. Yeah. Or do they? No, they don't. Oh, this should. Oh, cool. Does it tell you to do that? Oh, I think it does. That's cool. So you actually have to feed it in like that. It's supposed to just put it on because of the extended piece. That's cool. And then this is gonna give me a little bit of trouble, but you can pull out the torso just a little bit. Oh, okay, good. Good back movement. A little bit of forward crunch. I feel like I might want to glue that in a little bit just so we could have more articulation, because the lack of stability will hinder articulation just a little bit. If you try to go for like a forward chest or anything. Although considering the pilot is actually in the chest, you know, I think that might be more lore accurate than anything. But the back movement here is really good. I love that. Why look up when you can look straight up with your chest. I'm not sure if we need most of these other things here, like this. That's probably going to be for the legs. Da-da-da-da-da. Alternate arm, alternate wrist. There we go. That's been done, and then the leg piece here, which we skip down on. What was it here for? Seems like it should go a specific way. Not that I would care or notice, I think. Okay. And I think that probably goes in a bit further, but it's good. Bueno. Oh yeah, we have the slide here, so we can go a little bit, get a little bit more side to side pivot that way. Boom. So. I got no fucking arms, man. What is indeed up with that? So this is like a non-shielded shoulder. And this is for when you pull out the stun baton, which emits enough of an electromagnetic disturbance or pulse to disable another labor unit. That sounds funny when you say that. Yep, just how to build all the other hands, which you've done already, and yeah. So this is neat here. This is the extended arm for like when you want to do like a long range punch or something. I did use whatchamacallit, one of the reds from I think the first color set I bought. So I have another red that's probably going to be a lot brighter. I think I might repaint it. You can see that very well. So I might repaint the red because I was going for like the blue wire, red wire effect. The blue wire kind of came out looking a bit purpley, I think. So let's put more light on that actually, because we can. Well, okay. Yeah. It's a bit of a darker blue than I'd like, and so is the red, so I'll probably just recolor it later. But yeah, that's something I just decided to do. Much like how I painted the silver. Oh, there's tape on this. Much like I painted the silver here on the tip, the back, the trigger, the hammer and the trigger. And of course we have the stun baton in its sheath mode. That's gonna go in here. I don't think there's any other place we could put that. Yep, that fits very comfortably in there. I left the tape on it still. Funny. Should probably color the button too. Anyways, that's the stun baton, as previously mentioned. I don't know if the okay, that can just go straight in. It doesn't have to clip from the top. The extended baton is the extended version. I had somewhere in here. That's weird. I have all this extra stuff that wasn't included as extra on the manual. That's super weird. This piece of runner, this piece of runner. Here are the clear color. Oh yeah, and we have marking stickers, of course, for labeling it. You know, Unit 1, Unit 2, or whatever. These are water slide decals, I believe. It tells you in the manual, of course. If this is your first time, how to do water slide decals. Where the hell is it? There we go. Yeah, water slide decal. Or, no, not water slide. Is it water slide? Yeah, I think it's water slide. You cut them out, dip it in water, then peel it off with water. Yep. Water slides. Which I don't really have much use for. So let's see here. We got a karate hand for the extended arm. If you want to do an attack. Against a far off opponent. Well, I'm not sure which way this is supposed to be now that I've colored it. So of course the Zero in the first Pat Labor movie, which this is based off of, even though this is like the Zero perfected and now used for with police use. That's how I always interpret it, anyways. There's too much design overlap between the Peacemaker and the Zero for them to not be like the same thing. But in the movie, the Zero had like advanced operating systems and stuff and had no weapons at the time, so it just used the extended arm to try and kill our main characters. Or did it? I just realized that's a huge spoiler. Not a huge spoiler, that's a big spoiler. Not huge. Oh, I mean, whatever. That's that. And then we have, what should I call it? Other hand options here. Let's get the shield at. Obviously the shield is going to want to have the, whatchamacallit again? The water slide decals put onto it, but instead, I wonder how this is going to work, because we don't use these in most model kits. This would normally be a 3mm hole or something, but instead it's a side clip. So clipping like that, and then clipping like this. I guess not. I don't know what this is going to be for. This large piece here. But I guess it only clips here. And that's your sort of giant shield, which replaces the old standard Ingram shield. I guess this protects more civilians and stuff or something. I don't know. It's a little unwieldy because of its huge length. You shove that in a little bit further. Sticks. It's so-so. Some of that articulation in there. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to have any articulation in this part because it was pretty stiff and solid. And the only times you were able to move it was when it was with the other leg, so don't exactly know. Let's see here. The back part came off that thing. The heel design seems really good for balancing it though. So I don't think balance is going to be much of an issue with this design. Even if we go for a crazy pivot here. Utilizing the second leg. So now that we're done, I'm just going to play with it, obviously. I wish the surface I was building on was a bit smoother, because again, it's an uneven surface. A lot of things that would stand flat are not going to on this mat that I've been building on. Which I just realized is technically backwards facing, but you know. You want to glue that, glue that, if you want to. I'm just surprised there's all this leftover stuff here that isn't included as being a leftover in the manual. Like you can tell, oh, there's the regular baton. I wanted to test. Also should fit in here, though it might not because it's not as thick as the folded version. That's fine. Of course, I painted it silver because it's supposed to be conductive. So yeah, whatever. Probably do better with like a black or something, but I chose. I wonder if it's supposed to be like this. Because you can see this moves a little bit, like downward and upward, when it should be like stable flat. Stable flat, yeah. So, before I end here, and you know, try and get some more sick poses off stream on a flatter surface. Let's just go over all of these hands, because I think we're not going to have many pairs of hands. So the range of dynamic poses we have to go into for this thing. Where did I put the gun? I know I saw it earlier when we were building, and now I've seemed to have lost it. Is it in this bag here? This fell out. This is all that. This, I don't remember what it's for either. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these leftovers. Probably something cool though. How many hands are we supposed to have? We have, I'm guessing this is the gun hand. And a fist. And an open hand. For a left-handed shooter or something. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different hands. Sorry, 9 hands. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs. Wait, did I do that right? 1, 2, 3. We have 3 pairs. 3 pairs. Yeah. So pairs, of course, being that they're mirrored on both sides. I must have dropped the pistol, which is very annoying. I have to go find it. Can't imagine how I would have dropped it. It's very strange. You can imagine it would stick out like a sore thumb on the floor. Oh, so many things. Da, da, da. Hello. Oh, there it is. I threw it while it was in a bag. No? Must have come out and fallen. Heh, I knocked out the storage compartment too. Get that in there. Isn't exactly so I had to do it. Exactly. Exactly. Seems like it'll be hard to put back in. Sure, why not? So there is a So further up. It would make more sense to leave it upside down. Oh, that's what this is for. This is for putting on a stand. Which one of these is the gun hand? I've started mixing up all my hands too. That fits in pretty well. That's nice. Oh, that's interesting. fucking gun doesn't fit in here for shit. What the actual fuck? It would have been fun if they gave us an alternate gun that was smaller or something, but like this doesn't fit in for shit. What the actual fuck? That is not cool. Goes about that far. Literally nothing. I'm still unsure if this is even... Is this the right pistol or the one I got from the other... I don't know, labor. I don't know, I think that... This could be the wrong pistol. Because I mean, I don't know. Does this even fit in? Then you close it, and then it wouldn't even close. Like it's just holding on for dear life. Like if it's that, that's fine then. I don't even think that's right. I feel like I have the wrong pistol. Like it's that much of a bad fit. I feel like I'm using the wrong pistol. This torso is weird. The more I look like it, the more it feels like the gun from the other Ingram. From the Ingram unit that we built already. I don't know. I'll look around and see if I can find what might be the right gun or whatever, but yeah, I'm not happy. But yeah. What else are we gonna do? The hand fit is kind of shit too. just thinking if I want to do a punch. Grabby punch. Death grab. Do a punch. Punch is easy to understand. Okay, well, that's going to do it for me. Obviously, there are some weird glaring issues here that I need to rectify, and if I can, I'll post something in the Discord chat. But I was really happy with the build and the assembly process. It's definitely better than the old, like, 1980 whatever, 1990 whatever, high-grade Ingram kit we looked at. But how much better? Enough that I would still recommend this over that. But I don't know. Still need to look out on those things. So yeah, hit me up on the Discord if I ever find out what's up with that. I'll tell you there. Follow me live on Twitch. We got plenty of other models and video games to play over there live. You can talk to me while that's going on. If you miss any of it, catch me up on the YouTube. All kinds of videos and stuff there from the year's worth of content we've amounted. And yeah, without taking up too much more of your time, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, keep on dreaming. Poutine, out! Peace.